It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that flag accepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. To the air, Penix. Open man, here's Benson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Looking to throw, Penix.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Penix working out of the gun here. And the pressure gets to him again. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
.45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes going to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Defense.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Now Mahomes. Airing it deep for Fowler. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down.
Now Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Penix.
And his pass incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
In motion, the tight end.
They'll throw with Penix.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
3rd and 19. And looking to throw, Penix. That is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Mahomes now to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Chiefs offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The motion man is Fowler. To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Tyree Wilson
Drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They work now on 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
3rd and 2.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fowler. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Here's Corliss Waitman now,
as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll go again with Benson.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Back to throw here.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The motion man is Fowler. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. They'll set up to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Operating from the gun, Penix. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll look to throw here.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
To the air, Penix.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Second down and 6 now.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And now here comes Kansas City. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On first down, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Anderson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Sheffield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Carroll. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
At the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw. Carroll. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run on first down. Palmer. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, and a line first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
St. Brown in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Carroll. Incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 17 First down, Chiefs.
Looking to throw. Sheffield. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Off play action. Sheffield. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's the game of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in. Back now at Ford Field.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Anderson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. To the sideline and incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Carroll. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Palmer. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Carroll. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sheffield firing quickly, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Sheffield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Operating from the gun. Sheffield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Sheffield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun. Carroll. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Carroll. Flushed out right. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Throwing to start the drive. Sheffield buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Now a run with Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's out to the left, flat and complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Sheffield.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off play action. Sheffield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
I think we're both starting to run out of adjectives because this pressure, it's been relentless all game, but none of the prior sacks might be as impressive as the one we just saw.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
At the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Up the middle they go. It's Palmer, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Butker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So the Chiefs now down by 2, 24 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. And that brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Jackson with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance.